Hey everybody, in this video, we're going to learn about while true loops. And we're going to help us learn that by using while loops, which is what we learned last time. So in this last one, we wanted to count from 1 to 4. And we said I equals 1. And then so long as the I value is less than 5, go ahead and print it. Then we're counting by ones right here. So let's do the exact same thing, but let's use a while true loop. So while true. Notice that this is capitalized and it's color coded to let us know it's a keyword. And if we used a lowercase, it would not be color coded and it would look like that. So then let's go ahead and print I, and then let's go ahead and still increment I by 1. Now, if we run this, we will see that we get an infinite loop again. Not good. Impressive that it can count that high that quickly, but not what we want. Because we don't have a condition right here like we had up here. So this condition up here was, when do I want to keep printing while this is true? So when do I want to keep doing something? But a while true loop is already doing something, so we have to think about how do we stop it from working? So it's like the opposite thought process. So here we can use an if statement and we can compare I to something. So if I is ever equal to 5, and we can go ahead and break out of the loop. So this break gets us out of loops. We can always use a break to get out of a loop, and it only gets out of one loop. It gets out of the first loop that it sees as we unindent our code. So if we go ahead and run this now we get our 1, 2, 3, 4. So almost exactly the same, except we need this if statement to help us get out of the loop. Next one we have from 0 to 4. Very similar as last time. I equals 0. And then we have a while true. And then we're still going to print I. And we're still going to increment I. But in this case, by 2. And then we can go ahead and break out of it. So if I ever equals 5, go ahead and break out of it. So now let's see what happens for this one. Ooh, no bueno. All right, so that doesn't work. So let's try to figure out why this doesn't work. So if we go through this code, I is 0 the first time, so this will be a 0. This ends up being 2. Is 2 equal to 5? No, it's not. So we're going to go back up here. It's going to print a 2. And then we're going to put a 2 here. And then we add those up. We get 4. This is 4. Is 4 equal to 5? No, that's not. So then we're going to print a 4. And we get 6 here. And is 6 equal to 5? Nope. And maybe now you can see what happened. We actually skipped over the number that we were checking for stopping the loop from running. So we need a different way other than using equals equals. And a good way to do it is by using the opposite of what we have up here. This one's checking for if it's less than 5. So we want to check if it ever gets greater than 5. You can also put equals depending on how you set it up. I'll leave it just greater than 5. Now if we go ahead and run it, now we get our 0 to 4. So again, a little bit longer than what we have up here, but it might be a little bit easier to think in terms of when do I want to get out of the loop? All right, so in summary, we still do basically the exact same thing, except we have this idea where we use a true instead of a condition. And then since this is automatically true, this will stay in the loop. And our job is to think about how do we get out of the loop. And in fact, on this one, we should have also changed this one to be a greater than. We normally never want to use equals equals because stuff like this can happen and it might be hard to find out why our code's not working. You guys just learned how to use a while true loop. My favorite. If you guys want to learn how to make a little guessing game using a while loop, right there. Or if you guys need to go back and learn how a while loop can be equivalent to a for loop, right there. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.